endi so obi kura ebre wo enkwatomu a anase obi wo ye ton no se ono yakoa asantefo titiriu na dankyira ekire wo mo ton mo ma Holland fo ansa na asante benya ne ho fa hodie afri dankyira esese emradu se yede de da eto de da na obia oka enkwato ehu abakosem no obeka ni yie o de o ka enkwato hu abakosem a ka na nka manu nkosi se sabede na onka ho no ono anytime ti o de no bewuram ama nkrofo abekire no na ye ne akra nso empoanofo no a ye boabo abrofo no ma omo ye de omo ye no ye mom ya twe ho na obi a wanye bie no ne yekofa no de na ba bewuram enti mom ye nhye no nso bio se enkwasom ne nkwato de asantefo ene ne to nkwanta ya pai ne bi ni hosa na otan anytime ti ene ye pese ye twe wo mo de ewuramu se wo mo kra ne di ne hene ente sa
Asante no wohwe mu a o ma ye bia magana yie pa
Hello Abolition for say the monim dada no video way part 2 enti part 1 no na ewo ho no ewo my YouTube channel enti no I hope say obehwe eno ansa na nka wobehwe we says obehwe we no akohwe no so but it continues enti nka betimi anka akohwe eno ansa na say so hwe we akohwe no so that be I betimi understand everything in context na ewa enti I had to divide it into two na message say we eno first time oba my channel ha but more than subscribe to my channel no mame na like the video, drop a comment and share. Now, if possible, hit the notification bell so that me drop a new video be on Sabaka alert. No, my name is Obayenti. I want to thank you in advance. We a history must spend about 2 days. Now me a compile evidence. Now me the ISL video way because people were asking me for clarification about Wode Maya asimo beka about Asantis and slavery. Inti message obeko no akohe part 1 no. Na me the full version so ebeba and also so ebeba later two ni nyina no ma combine as one full version no dey almost 1 hour 30 minutes nti say no so what time I bet makohe no so but in the meantime no we no we akohe part 1 no so that you can fully appreciate the whole message na me that's it but say me can subscribe to my channel no na share the video to others na almost so intimate and drop your comment na if you think me can be man can here, if you have a better evidence and I say any idea so you can bring it up. Thank you very much. Now, one of the reasons in here say you can't slavery as I don't want to point accusing fingers to anybody. I am an Asante, but I don't want to point an accusing finger to anybody, including the white man when they say slavery was ubiquitous. Obroni Beka said ubiquitous, meaning that it was everywhere. Everybody practiced slavery. The wisest question anybody should ask was who abolished slavery? Na omo abolished slavery no. Na nye Arabs for ene ye. Ene nye yen blacks for ene ye. Enye yen Asante for ene twa enkwasumu. Eya abrofo ne twa enkwasumu. Do you get it? So with all their bad side no. Eye omu ene started say let us cancel slavery. They brought the abolition of slavery. Sabrena omu cha enkwasumu ewa abrochire no. Not only did they do that no, not like the king of Denmark and the king of England. Na omu sende navy ships. Say so omu koto say ship bi na the slaves ko abrochire. No omu ni sankofo na kon. Na omu liberate slaves for no. No omu the slaves for no asan back to omu country. This is historical fact. But na yen asandifo achemfo akwamufo nkranfo no na still no we were practicing the slavery. Into this page 152 of the same book no or say in 1803 slave trade entirely ceased throughout all the colonies of Denmark. On the 25th March 1807, the slave trade was abolished by the English, and the English cruisers were sent to the west coast to capture the slave ships. So what? Omucha slaves ni muno, and I say omucha slavery muno. Now they wanted slavery to stop everywhere. Intino na baby ana enkwasum ekoso koso and I said na people were still buying slaves no. Not only did they abolish slavery in their country, they made sure they wanted to make sure say there will not be slavery anywhere. So they would send their navy ships to go and fight people who were still practicing slavery. Do you know the number of white people that died because of that? Semena metra nkwasumu na seme mfa nkwa mami kromu bi ma. So I say come here din na metena me baby. But one thing about Abrofo say, idea be a good for them. No, they want to share with other people. So when they realized that slavery was bad and they don't want slavery to continue anymore in their country, they also didn't want slavery to continue anywhere else. Until they were sending their navy ships to go and fight people. This is 1807. Can you imagine? 1807, 25th March 1807. Aya Abrofo ne di kan twa enkwasumu. Enye Arabs for ne di kan yeye. Enye abibifo ne di kan yeye. Enye ni petuntum ne di kan yeye. Sabre na omutwa slaves mu no 1807 no. Na yen asantifo, achemfo, esrimfo de ye de ye ginamu gidigidi. Ah ye ton koa, na ye to, na ye ton. Na ye capture, na ye kidnap. Sabre nyina na ye. Or say, yet the domestic slavery could not be put down either by the English or the Danish government. So, or say, in prosecuting, however, their object, both governments had often to resort to hard measures. No, say, it's not say, na domestically, like me fan say internally, they were Ghana, they were me fan say Ivory Coast, and many adeno, omu pese omu betwa mutino. Sano mu chewa. Now they were putting hard measures like omubema huachiropa. They were punishing you. Or say, after General Amankwa had left for Asante, the country enjoyed peace. So this means that the Asantis we were really terrorizing the people in the coast. Or say, after General Amankwa had left for Asante, the country enjoyed peace. But then the slave trade with the Portuguese became brisk. Chief Ankara was the general broker for the slave dealers. All the influential chiefs, such as Ato, Sarfo-Mensah, Kwate Kojo, Tete, Chiro, Dowona, etc., had their hands in it. Eteno Swahunu, Ebrana Brofunumpo, Echa, and Kwasumuno, not the chiefs of the south, Sa Edia Obuina, Eye, Ahimfano more south for no, and yet Asante for Ahimfo. They still had their hands in it. You know why history is so beautiful? You know why history is so sweet? Enti ujiri se papaya ocho sa asemwe no ujiri se entro na utwa to sa ahimfo yisu ana. Do you believe say he had an interest to lie about these people? That is why now I don't like people who give history and they do omission. They said their teacher Sarfo Kantanka here, you know. I love him. I think that they can, you know, about 95%. I am correct, but 5% was an omission. Or should I give him because I know the can a bit show Asante in a bad light. But I don't like that. Say everything, and let discerning people choose the ones that they want to choose. Let discerning people pick their own choices. Let the chips fall where they may. Okay, say it as it is. Enti sa ahimfo obobo omudin nyina na sa ahimfo no nyina no omunsa wom abrofo na twa enkwasumu no. They were still busy doing it. We ahimfo omuwo coast horn no. Okay, let us continue. As there was no commandant in the Dutch fort at the time, Dutch towns was made the depot. Slaves were sold during the night. So hono. Omo pese abrofo no behunu. Omo pese Denmark for no English for no ebehunu. E di on say abrofo no enye omo nyina ne twam at the same time. Abrofo ni bi twam like the English and the Denmark nations. They abolished slavery. But now omo fellow abrofo ni bi de na omo ntwam. Enti no omone blacks na omo coast for no probably Asante for any north for no na omo smuggle slaves no enti na we no omo di omo ewie omo ho anajo na omo cotton slaves no ema omo said be a abrofo like English for no any Denmark for no omo ehu. Or say slaves were sold during night and Ankara had the charge to keep them till a slaver arrived, and the poor people were shipped in the night, all to avoid detection by the English and the Danish government. So enti abrofo no mbotwa mu no na yaya bibifo no yania break digiri. Enti adana oko pointing accusing finger e dey akire buruni. Think about that. Oh dear, I know I am talking to intelligent people because I told you I want my page to be for intelligent people, rational, honest, intelligent people. And if you're a Christian, thank you for joining my page. Why do you think that we have to point accusing fingers to the white people? Ebra omutwa mu 1807 no na yeye coast for no achemfoɔ, akwamufoɔ, nkranfoɔ, mfantefoɔ, asantefoɔ, esirimfoɔ, yɛde yɛni abere still na yɛ practice. Intina we were smuggling the slaves in the night. We kyerɛ sɛ aborɔfo no na ɔmo tɔ slaves no na ɔmo nyɛ Denmark for anaasɛ na ɔmo nyɛ Britain for, because Britain for deɛ ɔmo twaa mu nti ebi ɔmo bɛyɛ biribi foforɔ so hono. Nti no, that is why I don't want to blame the white people when it comes to slavery. We are all guilty. We are all guilty. So after today, never blame anybody over slavery. Never blame any white man over slavery. Never blame a black man over slavery. Emblemu akwamuni, emblemu asantini, emblemu esremuni, blame yenyina. We were all guilty. The most important thing is, are we going to learn from what has happened? We have to learn from it and move forward. Now, when you the war between Asantis and the Bana people, and we page 139, or say, Worosa, the king of Bana, used to seize and kill Asante traders on his territory. Osei Kojo therefore declared war against him. On say, na Bana for no, omu onof, honum sano. Na Asante for no, on say na Asante for no, ye konof, ekodidja, esako south, ekodidja. Na Asante for na omu konof, akodidja no. Na Bana hine na owo hono, wachi oma, na wakumu. On say, enti siaka say, everybody kidnap everybody captured everybody. I don't know why obi wo honoma na otisa semoya na ne buofu. That is not the way you are supposed to react. That is not the way you are supposed to behave. That is very bad. Enti sa woro say na oye banahene at that time for the Banda people no. Oche Asante for na wakum mu. Enti osay kojo na oye Asante hene at that time no. Organize a troop to go and fight him. If the troops no koye no, ko capture Banda for no. Now, listen to what he said. I say, multitude of prisoners were captured. The others were sacrificed or sold as slaves to the Dutch and English in the slave market at Manso to defray the expenses of the war. This time, no, na abrofono omunyam for slave trade abolishment, no, MI. And I said the abolition of the slave trade, no, na inyamai. Enti, Asantefo ne Bandafo no ekokunye no, omunya slaves. Inti omukunkumbi, or say some were sacrificed. Sacrifice, no, he didn't say some were killed though. Or say sacrifice. Sacrifice means we sacrifice them to idols or gods or something. That is what they did. Or say the Akaya, no, they sold them. Yeton womu, edima Dutch for any abrofono. Inti no, these were prisoners of war. If you capture them or you kidnap them, you sell them. Banafono de bi ye yansoso ye de bi ye womu. Obia de bi ye obi. Ubia de bi obi. Into when you see page 139. Into this is the history. The entire ene Banda abeka Asante ho ne say. Omuya sa na Asante no mkoko ye no. Also in those days no. Sa oni obi kokon na o capture wa. Na everything of yours come under them. Like the yo die bia no abe omudia. That is why ene Asante can claim say Banda ayeye dia because we fought them and we overcame them. When you see page 261, or say it is said that the Accra verbally added this to the treaty, that if any Asante trader came to the coast with a wife, and any illegal intercourse happened between the wife and an Accra man, 9 heads and 30 strings of cowries, equal to 8 shillings now, was the damage to be paid by the offender. Whilst on the contrary, an Asante man who might be found guilty of such a crime must be sold into slavery. So, na se obi free Kumasi na oko Accra, even though Accra for no omo hina no ye papa some time ago on some medical aka ho asem, but sa no obi free Kumasi no ya Asantini nko ade a ade na omudi we edi Asante fo nko a ade na omo anya no general se obia ofri baby na oba Accra na obedi boni a sei na ye be treat you ade ntina Asante nko a no omudi sa ade no etage ye we ye nkranfo no bi no. Enti so yan krani na oti we a me mane nyo ya. I have said some good things about nia mohini bi ya oko plidi ya ye jai Asantefo bi mo e mo call back, but enya mohini no nko na eyi ni papa na there were some bad people too in Accra. Enti omo share sa mra we as a treaty say so be free Asante na oba Accra ho na obedi boni a me fa say one ne yere ne bae na obi yan krani na ofa ne yere no ene ne da en krani no the obeya ne say obitua 9 heads and 30 strings of cowries. Me fan said that time no na 8 shillings. 8 shillings pill. Say obi de ne yere ko no ye santini na obi ne da awo Accra ho no na. The obitua 8 shillings. But say Kumasi ni ana santini so ko Accra ho na oni oba bi koda na yeso ni mu a ono de wonim de na omude no. They will sell the person into slavery. On say na omuye bias. Even the judgment scheme, even the standard and the crampono was biased against the Asantis. You see? So these are all things that you see our history. And Tenaha in the 21st century, sitting in your air-conditioned room, wearing your tie, wearing your suit, walking on paved roads with electricity in your room and pipe-borne water running through your house. And make us say, oh, and you see. Okasa na unyansa for. We saying so, page 315 of the same book. Or say na ohinibu ohonma near Feno, King Adodankwa. Menya sure say oye Nana Adodankwa busuani. But now oye ohine ewo that time no. Or say King Adodankwa, who had promised General Amankwa to be punctual in paying the annual tribute to the King of Asante, once found it impossible to make up the full amount in money or in men. So at a point in time, no, some tribes no more they were paying tributes to the Asante. So it means the Asantis were dominating the coast. And not na omutua tribute edima omono so no edima yen Asante for no. Or say hence he was forced to pawn his nephew Edum to the Asante taskmaster Owusu with the promise to redeem him as soon as possible. Enti no or the warfare say na your friend Edum or the koma dear Asante for the nakosi like coast was onye tax no onye eto no your friend Owusu or hini King Adodankwa na onye sika emfentu anything no or the warfare say ekosi awowa, as we say in Chi. And was say Edum was brought to Kumasi, and there he became so independent and high-minded as to fall in love with one of the king's nieces. She became pregnant and brought trouble upon him. Adodankwa was obliged to redeem his nephew as hastily as possible because he had by that misconduct incurred the displeasure of the king. Unable to extricate himself, Ado resolved to kidnap the poor innocent Krobos to pay the tribute. To carry out that mean object, he sent to Krobo to open a new market for pots, pretending that the Equiapims were then in great need of that earthenware. He sent about 14 heads of cowries as a bait to the market of Kwayefo. The Krobo woman brought down plenty of poultry from the town to the market. The Equiapims, who were concealed in the bush, captured 77 of the women, some say 170. Ado now paid the king of Asante with 70 of these and sold the rest for his own use. As I do say, Esripa, which I say, King Adodankwa na oye Equiapim for him. So home. Until we are Equiapim now, this as a moya, a maninoya, a history, a chum. Your friend Abakosem, we can only learn lessons from it. And Mososo Muyebi. Enti Equiapim hene na utua entuodema Asante hene na your friend King Adodankwa Equiapim hene. After the Drew baby na unyasika no entua. Enti odeneba be ma your friend Edum odene bre Asante hene. After the akwai ba yi na obenyemo emse maaya bi ewo Asante mem. Enti ma Asante hene bofuo no na oka kire Adodankwa eye Equiapim hene se o mefa ne ba no na o metua ne ka no anye sa odi asem beba enti no no so hwe na onisika enti de na obeye ne se obekwa kocheche nipa enti nkrofo a omo ho koto adwam eye krobofo enti okocheche krobofo ocheche emma o say ebi kase 77 but ebi so kase 170 ena odi omu ebepata Asante for odi mu 70 ena bae ebepata Asante for anasa Asante hene no owo ho at that time no de kae no onim de oyeye oton omu as slaves enti no krobofo ebeye victim to Equiapim for na omu ye victim to Asante for enti it was like a food chain obi na obi obi bia no wo china na wakonka no no wa kidnap no everybody kidnap everybody. That is all the point I want to say. Until we are Santini na okay history. Enyi be free. En kapapa no nko na enyi boni ni free. Sa na we are kroboni, Equiapim ni, achimni, esremuni. It doesn't matter who you are, Fantini, Nkrani, ye nyina obia ye boneda enti no obia ni ho asese otobo edebo obi entobo mome se me santini se me ka se sei ne see in the past entobo mome ena me so me ntobo mo se oye seremoni ana se akuapem ni ana achimni me ntobo mo de etwam no de aba na ekono nti ne fe no abakosem no yema no nyina enka in the past. We can only learn lessons from it. Today let us respect ourselves, let us walk with respect, let us walk with respect towards ourselves. That's all, period. Bibia numbim we so after say Asante any denchirafo ekokon ye no na Asante any denchirafo ekokon ye no na Intim Jakari was owing the Dutch people. Okay, when him na Intim Jakari, now he was owing the Dutch people because okokra kudia a nenya sam ketwa a na one Asante eba beko war na obebo ne man e fe yase no. It was a very terrible war. It na Asante fo bebre ewu ye no. That war, it was a very very terrible war because the Chirahene ekobo obisia akudie every Dutch for no like okoto grenades, bomb nyina, cannons, any ade. And nothing else and probably ewu ye no, but thank God we were able to win. Eti antokwano eko eche no na even though Asante awene e defeat Intim Jakari ekono no, but na Intim Jakari e de French Dutch for no ka. Enti osetutu ena etua ye that debt no. Enti was say the debt contracted by Intim with the Dutch in making war is said to have been paid by Osetutu an amount of 1,000 prejuan. Prejuan minima de crowd here. Enti sebia winning prejuan ya ubetimi actually yase. Martin dinda but minim adekro. Minim say enwan ena di prejuan o say dan o minim. Ena after that entokwano I say Opambour was richly rewarded by the chiefs for his good services. The king gave him 300 slaves. The king no mean say Asante hene. Enti Asante hene na this book friend of the king. The king gave him 300 slaves. Yeah, Asante hene. Enti after Antokwano, because of the rule Opambour e play no teno. O say to emano 300 slaves. Eno mano 100 prejuan and a large gold ring for the arm. Ena ahemfo aka so dodo na so achiche no niema we are no so abra no 100 slaves. We are no so abra no 100. Now we are so abra no 100. Event prejuan nim ni ade. Na nipa na omudi cheche Opambour no eno no Opambour edebe for me kura friend say Aguna. It was say out of this number of slaves the priests formed the Aguna district in Asante. On the history edepa so ya Aguna ni a so oni mobi a oya Aguna ni a share this video to the person the man Aguna ba ye no. It means say probably Aguna didn't exist. Say ni pay slaves a omudi che Opambour no and Opambour edebe build a city and I say a town for himself otunidi Aguna. This is history. Enti obi na ochro sa book we enti ofi say obinya interest bi say o twan tro dia to Asante so and I say o kan tro bi ana. Do you really believe say obesha say o twan tro? That is why now me say me pe book 1800s early 1900s no me pe those history books no than history book 1950 those kind of no. And yes I bad o. I read them sometimes, but yeah 1800s for no omudie no na ya na me find the pa benepa eno na wokwa obetimenya truth pa ewom eno no de bias no esua. I know say every book be a bias wom me kura video ya me bias wom but bias no it depends on the level of your maturity and your honesty and the better say your level of bias no enti no books are 1800s and 1900s no. I recommend say so history book be every day ta cooking kind those kind of books no eno na be less bias. We say page 152 of the same book or say all the forts built by the Portuguese, Dutch, English, Danish, French, Swiss, Brandenburg from Asante down to Kita were for the slave trade only. So no enti abrafono omobesisi fort no die ntina omobesisi ye omobesisi say omode beche anase die ntina ombaye. They pretended say they were traders but they were not. They came to buy slaves. Enti no abrafono ena ede saade no estati ya na ye ton slaves edeko outside. Domestically no slavery was going on. We were selling slaves among ourselves. But now ye ton ediako abonteno de abrafono na ede bae. Enti no omobesisi fort ni nyina no. The reason tia omobesisi ye no nyina ne say the ochore book you say it was because of slave trade only. It was just for the slave trade. Just for that. Enti no we are all guilty. Afe, my last reference made for today's video. Book no is titled Mission from Cape Coast Castle to Ashanti. What the way I spell it Ashanti no? On say ache. Book no was written in 1819. On say medical catcher say so history books are yetro no 1700, 1600, 1800, early 1900s no. Yana pabene yana no ejawum chain near before I say later days no. And no, there are some biases sometimes. I say mission from Cape Coast Castle to Ashanti with a statistical account of that kingdom and geographical notice of other parts of the interior of Africa. We ubia na oba besra abibimai na ose oba besra Asante. Inti na owo before I say Cape Coast Castle honum. No so free ho oba besra Asante. Inti oba besra Asante eba Manhyia ene ahemfo ne many paramount chiefs ene ade ebedi kita ho enom ne ade ne ade. Inti no akwaiba ho na it is a very interesting book. Ayede na ni be hunu ye na ochro ye. This means say he wouldn't lie and I said he wouldn't have any serious bias. Ayede obe hu ye na ochro ye. Na your friend Edward Bowditch in 1819. Now Maminkai dear Obehuye na Ochroye bi Enfanchero. We page 75. Page 75. Or say the king sent us a large quantity of plantain and oranges. Apoko no uhe ebeye opoku. On say we your chro we no ayebroni. Enti on say omutimi impronounce yen tree language and as yen tree words no ye. Enti Asante memu ha no obi enu ha ye friend no apoko. Enti I think ebeye opoku. Opoku nebia untimi nchro ni ye no say apoko no. Enti opoku, one of the 4 greatest men in the kingdom, hearing his mother's sister was dead, killed a slave before his house and proceeded to her room to sacrifice many more and celebrated her funeral custom. Obi a Santini bia obeto wonana so obeto wonana pa me fan say wonana me fan say answer na obewu no na obe 80 years and above so obeto no nko ade a oka me fan say abakosem kakra kire wonim say na ohini wu a ana say edipakasi wu a na yekum nipa e de jawo mu kwan na nipa na yekum mu no na ye slaves na yekum mu. Enti yen Asante for no, even though now we were very modest in some ways no we were very cruel too. Sano hini wa me fan say oman hini sante hini ana say obi titiro bi wa na ye kunipa e de ja omukwan na sankofo na ye kun mu no e slaves e na ye kun mu no. Enti sa akoyi a otu kwan free Cape Coast e ba Asante memu e be hia Asante hini na ohwe nia e koso no o say onu ankasa na nimu ye ka kire opoku yi se ne maame nuaba ewu honum na okun slaves ni bi osan ko ni fie na slaves awo ho kunkum bebre as sacrifices say ne maame ewunti. This happened in 1819. Enti sauti hanoma obeka say oh intimacy 21st century intimacy no intimacy but in the past it happened. It happened. We see at page 279 of the same book, Mission to Ashanti, no? The same book, no? I say about 100 persons, mostly corporates, reserved, are generally sacrificed in different quarters of the town at this custom. Several slaves were also sacrificed at Bantama over the large brass pan, their blood mingling with the various vegetable and animal matter within, fresh and putrefied, to complete the charm and produce invincible fetish. All the chiefs kill several slaves, that their blood may flow into the hole from whence the new yam is taken. Those who cannot afford to kill slaves take the head of one already sacrificed and place it on the hole. We na yam custom na me fanza Asante for ye di yam me fanza afashebi ana say bibi sa na we na no moye. They were sacrificing slaves. Me say asem we wotia one here obedi di matem. And so obeka say NC. But it is your choice. You have the choice to believe say NC. The entire worker say NC ni na say ekotiao. It doesn't go in your favor. And I say it doesn't go in the favor of your tribe. But it happened. So in as much as I say, oh, Yabeka say we have slaves, no. Every tribe who has slaves kills slaves. And yes, no omudi omu ware nkuwa. That was one part. Na yes omudu omu ye from Juma nkuwa. That is one part. They were also serving in palaces, and sometimes they were castrated to serve the king's wives, or castrated to serve the queens, castrated so that they cannot have sort of sexual intercourse with the woman. And sena ehia se yekumbia na enkwanu mu bi ena na yekumo mu e de perform a sacrifice. Look at this. This is very barbaric. This is very shameful. Me Asantini se mi hunu we ya. Me me jino ha me ka say oh ensi oh enye ye anya sa. If I do that, I am a very dishonest person. Sa me person ubia, it doesn't matter baby how free bia. I have great respect for baby how free bia. I love you. God created you in his image and I respect you. But mo yen kan no ni say slavery was bad. We are no more doing slavery. Let us thank God, let us appreciate God, but let us not deny say bibi sa esi. Now we are making let's akwa ko pe bi ma ba. And also so the other tribes for so yeah almost so sacrifices. Obia na owo slaves bia no. Se duru say ye pe nipa kuna. Do you think say odishia na omo bekuno? Do you think so? Do you think say sena ye pe nipa bia kuna odishia mum ene bekuno? They will not do that. We say so pay 289. We ohene emame ne wuye. Asante hene ba ko ana owo ho that time na akwa no ba besra Asante for no. Ni mame we and also tie senia or say omuyeye. Or say I was assured by several that the custom of Sai Kwamina, we no say Sai Kwamina, but I know Sabaya or Sai Kwamina. Oh, Abaya or Sai, but on the Bruni the Troy, and you know, on the name to the Sai Kwamina, another Sai Kwamina, but and yes, Sai Kwamina, or Sai Kwamina. And you say, I was assured by several that the custom for Sai Kwamina was repeated weekly for 3 months, and that 200 slaves were sacrificed and 25 barrels of powder fired each time. But the custom for the king's mother, the regent of the kingdom, during the invasion of Fante is most celebrated. The king of himself devoted 3,000 victims, upward of 200 of whom were Fante prisoners, and 25 barrels of powder. So I can go on and on and on. When you know your name is here, no, don't say it didn't happen because it doesn't paint Asante in a good light. I am an Asante, but I'm prepared to tell the truth. Okay, so also we are Fante, we are wine. Friends, the Kanokrano, anti-slavery was bad. We are all guilty. We are all guilty. We killed slaves sometimes. We sold slaves sometimes. We made some of them marry our women sometimes. We made some of them work in our farms sometimes. Whatever the case is, or whatever the case was, slavery was bad. Today, we are no more practicing slavery. Let us stop the bigotry. Let us love ourselves. Let us be united as one people, as a country. Let us all say, okay, we will come together and build something together for our country. And yet, afe na yaba be yimu, and a way na difo, and a way na ye say, and a way na ye say. And the akwabisono, maybe mu Wode Maya and so say, ni kwasenka single out only Asante. I was senka oka other tribes, and I said okanu general say we are all guilty. But it shouldn't be say yes, single out only Asante. But the entire am I single out Asante sometimes and he said because we were the dominant tribe in Ghana here, no, there was no close second. There was no close second. We were the dominant tribe. Because of saying the dominant tribe, definitely we will have more slaves. We will have more slaves than anybody. This is just common sense. So now na wabase more deni. Now na utimi bu biya na. Ebere na se na wona na okontokwa kese, wona na o fight kese ya. Na okontokwa na wudi nkunima. Enye nipa na obinya. Na wunye nipa na se o selected the odu mu beye internally ade de beka no obeye mu dai. You will sell them. You will sell them to the coast. You will sell them to buy guns. That is what we did. Intim Jakari, the entire a man kobo bisia, Ejin Akodie, a free Dutch for no nyina ne say. No one say Oni Asante Kuma, obe defeat Asante. No defeat Asante, obenya a lot of slaves from Asante. No the omu akwakwa koton ama a friend Dutch for no. And looking a man kobo bisia for Akodia, Oni Asante edebekun ye no. Asadanka nyame say Asante, we were able to overcome him. We were able to overpower him. And until we had to pay the debt na Intim Jakari akobo ye no. Okay? And also so ose tutu yade o yade wakobo bi sia na me no wakona maborowa ade na me nkotu aka no but ose tutu kotu aka no because I think say akodia no ebia ose tutu fai it could be say Asante fai and na dash for say okay some of akodia no dia ne muntu ayeka nti Asante so etu aka di nti me de madio kirem say Intim Jakari akobo bi sia e de koto sa akodia yi say oni Asante be kunu nyina ne say wokontokwa wi a ubenya slaves ubenya nkoa na se wonya nkoa se wuyi de odi omu beye wie internally uyi enu wie a nia obehia de odi ne bedo nia odi ne beye sei odi ne beye sei wonya enu nyina wie a de aka no you have to sell them ɛno nti no saa nana Ntim Jakari adwene ɛyɛ no ɛna nso so ebuka ne sim no nti saa ne teɛ. Now I will be wrapping up my video. I hope say you have enjoyed it. It is a long video, but I hope say why enjoy it. You see, I have a lot to share with you. Me pesa obeba me page ya odi atum didie na beba because of say maka asem bi office woni me nya adwene. Woni me nya adwene also for adwene brai. Come with your opinion. Come with the facts. Don't come with insults. Don't come with emotions. Come with opinion. Asema me kan nyina no ma provide facts, ma provide historical facts, ma provide evidence. Enti won so wo ba for evidence bra na me hunu. Enti no, let us not crucify Wode Maya. Ebia baby me crucify no ne say any kwasen ko single out Asantis nko. Nemom in terms of say tribal bay and be dominant. Ewo slavery nimu, ewo Gold Coast. Asante people. And I am an Asante, and I don't feel shy saying this. Same way, so now say what tribe was the dominant tribe? Ewo Gold Coast, Asante region, or the Asante people, or the Asante kingdom. What tribe was the most powerful tribe in the Gold Coast? Asante. At the Papa Dia, no, the most dominant one, Asante. Dia. Nasa Yaji no tumu dia. Any as a boni bin suba, Yaji no son tum say, and also so enye, so that we can balance the equation. Na Ubian so ni ho assess ultimate an accusing finger on us as an Asantis because Ubia yebi. And when mama mo evidence be be no now over time no mesan so the other videos about and also mechere eniema esikoye say enya santifo nko na yesa na obia ayesa de mene teacher Sarfo Kantanka aya adwene ni say abrofo no besisi fort no sabde na Asante enya meye oman na Asante ehye de nkyirase na de nkyira enana eton asantifo eton oma odi omoso ede omokoji akode ewo epona no na akwamufo so eye nasty people say the American aka kire mo no until Asante ebe ye oman around the 1700s no mu after they started say obey dominant and san Asante ekokonka the coast ama coast for no etua entuo like tributes ediama Asante na at a point in time no Asante conquered the coast ni nyina na castles ni nyina Asante was dominating it. Asante was in charge of it. And it's Asante all the castles no ebe Asante there because we won over the coast there. Any na in Kwatono any Asante na ebe in charge mebwa because si yakonka south honum na yakonka a friend say omunyina any a friend say castles na esisi honum no na abeye dia na nkwasum eguso a ekoso dia ene hwan na obeye master ewo sa nkwasum ni mu enti yanye anto mu sa but ebra ye kingdom no ebeye strong and powerful no we dominated it and we became powerful enti no let us not deny that. I want to wrap up. I want to end here. I hope that you have enjoyed my video. Please, and any first timer, subscribe to my channel and like my video and share. Drop a comment. Now, Obi Bia, Ofi Tribe Bia, no share to somebody I win him. Share to somebody you know. Share to somebody. Share to Obia. Ofi say history way ebeye educative amano and as ebeye interesting amano. Share to Obia. Na ye nsua bibi. Na ema ye nsua history say ye kokontokwa. Ema ye nsua history say ye bididi atem. Ema ye nsua history say ye be pointed accusing fingers. Edi akire Asante for and I say edi akire Obia. We are all guilty in that. So I will end here and I want to thank you very much. Thank you.
And from the research I did, both written records and also oral tradition, I found that Asante was the greatest slave-owning state in Ghana.
Now, you are Ghana for your mistake, baby, because you see, you cannot obliterate history.
That's right.
Abakwasa mo pepa no a eye. Na Ghana for try say ebe pepa abakwasa.
So we can't erase history. I think that is how I ended. History cannot be erased.
Thank you for watching. Kindly consider subscribing to my channel, hit the like button, share, drop a comment, and hit the notification bell so you could be notified anytime we post a new video. Also consider following me on other social media platforms with the same handle, BluntGhana. We hope you will do that. Thank you.